Hi, yoga friends. Got another video for you today. Izzy and I do. Izzy, you can go lay down. You have put in your appearance. Yeah, you're good. Go lay in your chair. Go lay in your chair. Anyway, I don't know how all of you are feeling. I have been okay. I've been going through the motions, doing all the stuff that I'm supposed to do, and then being okay. And I don't know, I've kind of noticed other people saying this on Facebook. You're okay, and you're okay, and you're okay, and then all of a sudden you're not okay. And so I've been having a day-to-day where I'm not so okay. Yesterday was a technological nightmare. We filmed the video 3 times. On the third time, we were almost all the way through it. And then when I moved my foot, I accidentally turned the video off, which is why, if you've seen the video, the last 5 minutes of the video were on a separate video. We tried for hours to combine the two videos. And like I said, everything was just a technological nightmare. So went to bed last night going, okay, today's going to be a better day. And just this whole situation just hit me like a ton of bricks today. So I am not okay. And I almost didn't do a video. And I'm like, okay, this is just, I'm not okay yoga today. So for anyone that's not feeling so okay, we're going to do this practice, and hopefully by the end of the practice, we'll be a little bit more okay. So we're going to get started just right here, just sitting in cross-legged. And if cross-legged is not comfortable for you, you can always extend your legs out. You can come into butterfly, which I kind of like right now. That feels good. So anyway, just find a comfortable sitting pose. Close your eyes. So just in and out through the nose. Think about releasing tension as you exhale. And inhaling calm. Inhale and exhale. Focus on the breath. Leaving the world outside. It's all still going to be there when we're done. We're not going to worry about it for whatever chunk of time we're here on the mat today. Just continue with that breath. Big inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Look up at your fingers. Exhale, and arms lower, and then your head's just going to come down. Inhale and reach up long and tall. Exhale, and once again, your head's just going to come forward. Inhale and lift. Exhale, one more time. We're just going to come forward. Breathe here. Maybe put your hands on your shins or on your thighs, just around the back, and just breathe. Thinking about what you need from your class today. Whatever that is, start thinking about what you need. It's more likely to happen for you. Big inhale, reach back up. And exhale, arms lower. We're just going to do that Kriya, that cleansing breath. So big inhale on my count. Big exhale out the mouth. So big inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. Round down into it. Big inhale, lengthen the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, round the spine. One more time. Big inhale. Reach up with the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, round. Just come back to center. Come back to that Ujjayi breath. Just breathe. Just focus on the breath. Thinking about releasing tension, releasing what you don't want anymore. And go ahead and straighten out your legs. Legs straighten out in front of you. Bend the right knee. Bring that right knee across. Inhale and reach up long and tall. So fingertips are reaching. Exhale, turn and plant. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look over the shoulder. I'm actually looking at Izzy. Hi, Izzy. Rest. Good. Come back to center. Rest in the body follows. Straighten that leg out. Bend the other leg. Bring that leg across. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn and plant. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look over that shoulder. Thinking about all the things you have to be grateful for. Right now, you're warm and safe and dry. That's a good thing. And head comes back to center. The rest of the body follows. Straighten that leg out. Big inhale, reach up long and tall. Lengthen that spine. Breathe. Exhale, come forward. So come forward. Land wherever you land. So you might reach to your toes, your ankles, your shins, whatever. You reach down as far as you can comfortably reach. Don't force it. Just breathe. Be conscious. Be in the moment. Feel what you're feeling. So feel the carpet or your mat on your skin. Feel your fingertips on your feet or on your ankles, wherever they are. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Focus on the things that you can. As you go through the practice, help with anxiety. Come on back up. Roll on back up. And I'm going to turn. You might be already facing your mat lengthwise, so I'm turning this way. You're actually going to get to see me today. We are slowly working out all the technological bugs. All right, so roll on down. Roll on down. Okay, you can't see all of me. You can see most of me. All right, go ahead and hug those knees in. You don't need to see me anyway. All you gotta do is hug in the knees. Oh, I'm getting dog kisses. Hug the knees in. Physically. Rock out that low back. So hands on the thighs, hands on the shins. Whatever feels good to you. I should do hands on the shins because I'm working on that knee flexibility. Option to reach up for the feet in happy baby. So hands go to the inside or the outside of the feet, whatever feels good. Maybe peace fingers around the big toes. Little tug on those feet. Bring those knees closer to the chest. And you can even rock in circles and massage out your low back a little bit differently. If that feels good, or you can just rock back and forth. Whatever works. It's your body, it's your practice. If you don't like what I'm doing, do something else. All right, we're coming back to center. So once you get back to center, I just want you to extend your legs up toward the ceiling, a little legs up the wall. Trying to relax here. We're trying to release tension. It is almost impossible to have high blood pressure in this pose. Feeling like maybe your blood pressure is a little higher than normal, by all means. Find a wall and put your legs up the wall, the real wall. Do this anytime you're feeling a need to. And that left leg's going to go down. We're going to hug that right leg in. So hug that right leg. I'm lifting up to say hello. All right. So take that right leg, bring it across the body. Right arm extends, palm faces the ceiling, and we look at that palm. Get that nice stretch in that IT band and that outer hip. This is exactly how I turned off the computer yesterday. This pose and my toe. Just let that go. Let go what you can't control. Come on back to center. Extend that leg up. I know I do this pose a lot, but I love this pose. Sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Find a spot on your leg where you can grab a hold and give it a little tug. And if you're good here, you stay right here. You're getting enough stretch in that hamstring. You're good. If you want a little bit more, you can lift your head up toward your knee. Off the floor. Just hang here. This is hanging stretch pose. Breathe. Lower down. We're just going to circle out. Circle out the right foot. Ankle does not get a lot of attention. Go the other way. I'm just going to switch legs. So go ahead and lower the right leg. Left leg comes in to join. Hands go on that left leg. Oh, nope, we got to bring it across the body first. All right, so bend the knee. Bring that leg across the body. Left arm extends. Palm faces the ceiling, and we look at the palm. Now, if you don't like the knee bent, you can straighten the leg. It's just up to you. What feels good to you? Stretch. Breathe in and you release the tension out. And then come on back to center. So we're coming back up. And we're going to hug that leg in. And then just circle out the foot because you didn't do that yet. Just circle that ankle out. Good. All right. Straighten that leg. Find your hand placement where you can give that leg a little tug. Bring it toward you. Lift if you want to lift. Keep your head and shoulders down if you want them down. It's all good. And literally, it is all good. A modification to accommodate what your body needs is the same stretch as a more difficult version and might be way better for you. Probably it's way better for you. If your body's not ready for that up button. Lower down. Some of us get a little competitive in yoga. We need to let that go. All right, the other leg's going to come into join. And we're back here and legs up the wall. Why not? Arms go down alongside the body. We are getting rid of what we don't want. We're getting rid of that feeling that we're not okay. So we may be a little more restorative today. I don't know what's going to go on in my brain today, so we'll just have to play it by ear. But right now, just breathe. Feel good. Now feet are going to come down to the mat. Knees are going to bend. And arms come alongside the body. Kind of look like I'm doing the Pilates 100. That is not going to happen, so no worries. Arms go down alongside the body. We're just going to lift our hips up, coming into bridge. Lift up the hips. Now, once your hips are lifted, walk back a little bit more. That feels good. Hands can clasp underneath you, and that's good. Or you can roll the shoulders under, which might feel nice. You can even lift the toes up off the mat, dig in with the heels, and just really give that backside a little extra work. Whatever feels good to you and your body today. He's on her chair. Feels really good on my knee, so that's why we're staying here. Sometimes it's all about me, people. All right, go ahead and unclasp your hands. Come back down to the mat. Slow, slow, slow. Hug those knees in. One chance for happy baby before we roll on up. So you either rock out that low back with a different hand placement, or you reach up your feet and happy baby if that works. And some people, it does not feel good to rock on that low back. Now, it might be that if you just change where your feet are a little bit, because it changes where the pressure is, that helps. But if it just doesn't feel good, don't do it. All right, we're either going to rock to the right or left and help ourselves up to sitting, or we're just going to rock on up. Whatever works for us today. I'm going to turn back toward the front because I like seeing all your smiling faces. So we're just going to come into a little cross leg. Find that cross leg pose. Inhale, reach up long and tall. Exhale, come forward. Find the ground wherever you can comfortably reach. Let go of the need to be super low. Wherever you are. Yeah, some people in this pose can lay their head on the floor. No big deal. It makes no difference. Nothing magical. All right, so big inhale. Lengthen the spine. Drag your fingers on back super slow. And then we're just going to little circles with our shoulders. So just bring those shoulders back. And then just watch your range of motion here. Some people have, little shoulder issues and this doesn't feel good. Hurt anything, but this can warm things up. Just be gentle with yourself. Think about letting that tension in the shoulders go. Tilt your head over toward the right. We usually don't do this. Now tilt your head toward the right. Breathe just as far as you can without extreme pain. And then tilt. A nice little snap, crackle, clap there. Come back up. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So tilt the head. Forward. Now, sometimes I close my eyes. Lots of it's just so I can concentrate, but sometimes it's because if I look at the camera, it's backwards too, so it messes me up. If you see me close my eyes, you go, what's she doing that for? For your benefit. All right, big inhale. Long, long, long. Try to touch the ceiling. And exhale, come forward again. So just reach. And just breathe. And maybe you just went out a little bit farther. And if you did, yay. And if you didn't, that's fine. You might even be getting a nice little hip stretch here. Yay, if you are. And then just drag your fingers back. We're all put together differently. So sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. Inhale, reach up. And we're going over to the right, so right hand goes down. Left arm reaches. You can even go down to the forearm if that feels good, or just stay up on that palm. Feel that nice length. So stop thinking about what you're going to do later. Start thinking about how it feels in a pose. Inhale, reach back up. Feel that nice long spine. So we're coming forward again. Come forward and reach. Bending where you land. Drag your fingers back. Head comes up last. One more time. Big inhale. Reach up. We're going left. Reaching across. Stretching out that side body. All right, one more time. On it. Drag your fingers on up to sitting. All right. We are going to come into pigeon pose. My cousin Karen requested that we do pigeon pose. This is for you, Karen. Hopefully you're watching. All right, so right leg goes down in the middle. Left leg comes across. This might not feel comfortable to you. This is one of those comfortably uncomfortable poses. So you might have to scooch around a little bit. Maybe this leg straightens out. That's okay. Whatever feels good. Inhale, reach up long and tall. So nice long spine, nice long arm. Exhale, turn and plant. We did this before. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look over that shoulder. Now this arm either comes across or it hugs. I like it to come across because it gives me just a little bit more leverage for that twist. But if you're going to do that, you have to have a really long spine. You might want to just rest your arm. Back to center. The rest of the body follows. Take that left leg and bring it off to the side, and we're here in swan, getting ready for pigeon. So think of a swan, nice long posture, nice graceful. Some of you might not feel very graceful, but think graceful swan. And if you like it here, and you don't think that you'll like pigeon, then you stay right here. If you want to come into pigeon, you're just going to scooch that leg back, that left leg scooches back. Now, you can be here, you can lift it up nice and high. You can come down to your forearm. Now you're losing me again. You can stack your fists and rest your head, or you can just rest your head on the floor. And this is one of those poses that you might have to scooch around a little bit. Find where it feels good. Sometimes moving that back leg in, over toward the middle a little bit changes the pose and gives you a nicer stretch. But it's all your body and what feels good. Just breathe here. This is one of those poses that people learn to love over time, but it can be a little bit uncomfortable when you're first starting out. So if you're there, if you're thinking, oh, I'm finding this uncomfortable, just think of it as a vegetable you don't like. It's really good for you, even though you might not like it. I usually say broccoli, but some people love broccoli. All right, go ahead and come on back. Get that on the other side, so we're just going to switch that around. So now the left leg comes down. All the broccoli lovers are going to do that. All right, so that right leg comes across. The left is the one that's down on the mat or on the floor or on the carpet. And this is my side that I struggle with a little bit here. Breathe into it. When we breathe into what's tight, like this is feeling tight, we just start to release the tension that we're holding there. So even think about that. If your brain is thinking, I am releasing the tension in my hip, actually start to go away. Big inhale with that right hand reaches up. Exhale, turn and plant. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look over that shoulder. So your arm is across, or it's just resting. And I wish I could show you Izzy right now because she's laying in the chair and she looks so sweet. Breathe, and a twist, you gotta breathe. The twist starts the detox. The breath finishes the detox. So if you want to detox, the breath has to happen. You can't breathe, you back off the twist. Head comes back to center, the rest of the body follows. And we take that leg out to the side in swan. Nice graceful swan. Nice long spine. Prepping for that pigeon pose. So if you want to stay here, you stay here. If you want to come back into pigeon, we're just going to slide this leg back. And wriggle around and find our pigeon pose. Breathe. So remember, you can be lifted up on your hands. Head can be resting on your stacked fist, so you can bring that head down to the floor. Ease that tension in your hips. Breathe into it. Go ahead and come back to center. So unwind yourself. Come back to center. And I'm just feeling like a little straddle stretch here. So go ahead and extend your legs out wherever you are comfortable. So wriggle around in that a little bit. Inhale, reach up long and tall. Exhale, come forward. Now a block. It's nice to have a block. You have a block at home or even a pillow to put your hands in. Putting your hands on the floor feels like too much. Stop the video and go grab whatever. Otherwise, inhale and exhale. Don't force it. Lock your hands back in. Bend in the right leg. Big inhale, reach up, and we're going to reach for that left foot. So we're reaching forward here. So you reach for whatever you can comfortably reach. Maybe it's your shin, maybe it's your knee, maybe it's your toes. Breathe and don't force it. Let go of the need to force yourself down. Come back. And we'll get that on the other side. So this leg extends, this leg bends. Yeah, I know it doesn't bend in very far. That's my surgery. No, we all do what we can do. Inhale, reach up long and tall. Nice leg spine. Exhale. Turn toward that foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come forward. Reach or whatever. Just breathe. And come on back up. Reach that up. Come on back up to sitting. Extend that other leg out. We're going to reach for both toes. That was a weird way to say it. We're going to reach for both feet. Hell, that's better. Inhale, reach up long and down. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, come forward, and then plant your hands on your legs and see what you can reach. Maybe it's the ankle. Maybe it's the floor. Whatever you got. Come forward, just bend. Once again, if you have a block or a pillow, you can even rest your head on the block. And just slide yourself back up. Good job. All right, cat cows. Not a yoga practice without cat-cows. So find your table. Nice strong table pose. Hands underneath the shoulders. Fingers wide like stars or fists for wrists. So just come into that nice strong base. Big inhale, lift the crown of the head, lift the tailbone. And exhale, arch up your spine. Or round. I mean, to me it looks like an arch, but people always say round. I mean, if you think of the golden arches, that's how that works, right? All right, let's just find that breathing. It's just how your brain works. So just flow through those. Matching the breath and the pose. Releasing tension. This is one of the most soothing things you can do for your body. On a flexible spine. So important as we age. And you know what? I don't care how old you are. Everybody's aging. Want a flexible spine and a flexible mind. One more each one. And then come back to table. All right, I'm going to turn toward you. So same thing, same table. Now we're going to do a couple chaturanga push-ups. So in chaturanga, whether we're on our knees or on our toes, we want our elbows to go in a straight line back. We don't want them out like this. We want them going back like that. Okay, does that make sense? And we want them close to the body. So as I lower down, and you get to just watch me this time. As I lower down, you see my arms are scraping the side of me. Oh, I just disappeared. All right, so come on back up. All right, now I'm going back over here because I think you'll be able to see me better. But we're doing 4 chaturanga push-ups. Now, the farther your knees are back, the harder it is. So just note that. You can go up on your toes if it's that kind of a day. So hands underneath the shoulders. We're doing 4, and then you get a break. All right, so slow lower down. So inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. See, that's 1, no big deal. Exhale, 2. Lower back down. This is 3. Push back up. You got 1 more, then you need a break. Unless you're really tired and go back in child's right now. 1 more time. We're going to hold this one. Hold, because you're so strong. Push back up. Come back. Child's pose. Some buns to the heels. A little break. And think about how strong you are. Brag about it later. All right. Back to table. So reset yourself. Little spinal balance. So extend that left leg out. Reach it up. Get nice and sturdy. Extend the opposite arm. So reach here. So there's spinal balance on one side. We're going to do it on the other. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. So come back to center. Extend out the right leg. Extend out the left hand. Beautiful job. Reach and breathe. All right. Those little elbows to knees. So inhale, reach, nice and long. Right hand, left leg. Exhale together. So bring elbow and knee together. Inhale and reach. You're doing fine. Exhale together. We got 2 more. Inhale and reach. Feel nice and strong. You can go back into child's whenever you need it. Exhale together. 1 more. If you're still with me, 1 more. Exhale together. Hold it. Feel strong. Come on back. Little break in child's pose. Just a little. All right, back on up. Reset yourself. Extend out the right leg. Left arm extends. All right, exhale together. Elbow and knee. Inhale, reach. We got 3 more. Exhale together. Inhale, reach. Exhale together. Remember, you can always go into child's if you need it. Inhale and reach. Last one, best one. Nice and long. Long arm, long leg. And exhale together and hold. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and release. Great job. All right. All right, little break in child's. Just remember, this ain't no baby class. We don't need any breaks. We're strong. We're tough. Actually, though, I want you to breathe for just a little bit. So get comfy in that child's pose. Let's just find that breathing. Let's come back to letting go of some tension, letting go of some stress. So let's get one big cleansing breath. So inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. Good. All right. Everybody's favorite, plank pose. So hands underneath the shoulders, just like in table. You can always go to the knees if you need. Curl the toes under, and we're in the top of a push-up, or otherwise known as plank. Hold that plank pose. Now we're going to go down to dolphin plank. So one arm and then the other. Forearms come down to the mat. You make that little triangle with your arms. Feel how strong you are. Knees can always go to the mat if you need it. All right, one hand at a time. We're going back to plank. Hand, plank pose. All right, lift the buns up. Come into down dog. So you're here in down dog. Head between the biceps. Fingers spread nice and wide. The weight is in the heel of your hand. Maybe walk that dog. Pump the legs. Breathe. All right, little challenge. Little challenge. Lift that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Bring it toward that right elbow. So same side elbow in case you got on the wrong leg. And then lift back up. Breathe. And then bring the knee to the nose. Up. One more. We got one more arm. Opposite elbow. Bring that knee over. And then reach that leg back up. Lower that foot down. Come into child's pose because that was hard. You deserve a little rest. Couple breaths. We're going to do that on the other side. We'll do some standing things. All right. Back up. Find your dolphin plank. So arms in a triangle in front of you. Knees are on the mat or curl the toes under. Lift up the knees off the mat. Your choice. All right. One hand at a time. Finding that plank. Good. Lift the hips up. Down dog. Down dog. Looking between your knees and your ankles. Between the biceps. If it's too much weight in the front, you push some of that weight back into your feet. Your heels might not touch the mat. It's okay. Lift up that right leg this time. I think I said right the last time, but it was my leg. Oh well. Bend that knee and bring it the same side elbow. Extend that leg back up, reach it up. Knees coming for the nose. If you touch your nose, hooray, you get bonus points. Extend that leg back up. Don't kill yourself trying to get your knee to the nose. And then opposite side, this is the hardest one. Might get a little muscle shake. You know I love the shake. All right, reach that leg back up. Yay, you're almost done. Lower the foot. All right, walk your hands back to your feet, and we're going to rest a little bit in forward fold. So we're here. Maybe your hands aren't on the floor. That's okay. Arms can just reach. Grab opposite elbow. Step on your hands. Whatever feels good. Big bend in the knees if you want, and rest your chest. That's fine. Go ahead and rock back and forth, side to side if it feels good. And release any binds that you're in. And slowly come on up. Slow, slow, slow. Head comes up last. All right, I'm going to turn toward you. I've missed you. All right, little bend in the knees. Like a little, like you're got a little squat happening here. Okay, so inhale and reach up, long and tall, reach, and then exhale. Your hands are going to come down here. Inhale, round that back up. Stretch here, and then exhale, reverse it. We're doing standing cat cows. Round, arch. You're breathing. I don't always breathe while I'm talking, but that doesn't mean you're not supposed to. And round that back up. Good one here. Round and then arch. And then come on back up. So just come on up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come back down. So we're coming on down toward the floor. Now, walk your feet out wider. I would like it for your hands to touch the floor. You might need to use the block. That I have a handy block. I wish I could hand it to you. See, you can always have a block right here. Put your hands on the block. That's better for you. And we're just gonna come forward in that little forward fold. Reach. If you are super flexible, you want to put your hands on the floor, you want to put your head on the floor, you want to reach your arms back, any of those things. Or you can just be right here. It's all good. Same stretch. We're going to walk our hands over to our right ankle. Reach up with that right arm. Breathe. Bend that right leg a little bit. That feels good. Bend it, straighten it, lower that arm. We're going to walk back to the middle. Stretch. Walk to the other side. Left. Left arm reaches up. Bend the knee if it feels good, or keep that leg straight. Lower that hand. Coming back to the middle. Prepping for Malasana here. Lift up a little bit, and then elbows go to the inside of the knees. Hands come together. Nice stretch here. Really good for that pelvic floor, ladies. Breathe into it. Go ahead, put your hands on the floor if you want. I'm going to use that one. Roll on up. Excellent job. Walk your heel toe in. Big inhale, reach up long and tall. I got to do a little side stretch. Exhale, right hand goes down. Inhale, lift. Reach up. Swan dive forward and sweep. Inhale, lift. And we're going to reach down with the left hand, right arm reach. Good. One more time. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale and swan dive forward and sweep that ground. Inhale and lift. Lift, lift, lift. And then hands come behind. Clasp those hands. Clasp. Pull those shoulders down. Open up the chest. Open up the heart. And then big bend or little bend in the knees. Come forward. Arms can lift or they can rest. Rolling tension in the back and in the shoulders. This helps get rid of it. Carefully. Come on back up. Slow, slow, slow. Try to keep the hands clasped. And when we get to the top, we're going to release them. Shake them out. Shake. All right, I'm going to walk over here to the mat. And we're going to start our little flow. And I almost asked her, I said, so what do you want to start with today? Like you can tell me. All right, we are going to start, I think, with the little warrior 3. Not intimidating. It really isn't. All right, so get a nice, strong mountain pose here. So root your feet in, pull your shoulders down, chest lifts, crown of the heart lifts. Just root in here and breathe. Good. All right. We are going to raise our hands just out toward the front. The fingertips are reaching. And we're just going to slide that right foot back. So the toes on the mat. And if this is all you're ready for, you stay right here. If you want a little bit more, then just start to reach forward with your arms and lift up that back leg. Now you might need a little bend in the front knee. And you just go to wherever you can comfortably lift and reach, and then you tap that foot back down when you're ready. And now we're all going to tap the foot down and come into warrior one. So arms lift here. Now hips are square to the front of the mat. Breathe. Now normally I would say choose your arms, but right now I want you to bring them out in a big V. So here's your V. And your chest is nice and open. Maybe you're looking up if that's comfortable. And we're going to sweep on forward like we were flying. This is flying warrior. So we're going to come forward with these open arms. Head's going to go down toward the knee. And those arms fly out behind us. And that's flying warrior. And we're going to sweep on up. So we're coming on up. We're lifting up. Stopping in warrior one for just a breath or two. Choose your arms if you want. So we can reach for the ceiling. Palms can touch. Hands can be heart center. Or you can come nice and wide in goalpost or cactus. So whatever you're feeling. And now we're just going to make that transition to warrior two. So right hand goes back. Left hand comes forward. We turn to the side. Nice, strong arms. Feel the tension. So these arms are not just hanging there. They're reaching. Energy is shooting out the fingertips. Now look off over your fingertips if it doesn't hurt your neck. Breathe. And we're just going to do a little bow and arrow. So turn your palms out. We're going to take this back hand and bring it forward. And then it stretches and reaches like you're pulling a bowstring. So there's one. Inhale, reach. Exhale. There's two. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Three. We got one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Good. Back in warrior two. Arms are going to come down behind you like you're holding a ball. So you got a great big beach ball here. You're holding it. You know how we came forward in that flying warrior? We're going to do that again. So clasp the hands. Pull the shoulders down like we already did. Open the chest. And then come forward. And this is humble warrior. The head reaches toward the knee. Doesn't have to get anywhere near. You listen to your body. You do what's comfortable. Now release the hands. Both hands go to the inside of the foot. So left foot's in front, left arm and left hand come right up against that left leg. Right arm comes to the waist. So this is extended warrior. If you want a little bit more, reach your arm up. If you need a little help reaching the floor, grab your block. And then come on up. So we're just going to lift back up, or you can walk your hands up your leg. So let's bring that arm down. You can walk your hands up your leg like this. That works. Or you can just lift back up. And we're coming back into that warrior two. Breathe here. Now, small challenge. Make sure your feet are nice and sturdy. We're going to take this front hand and bring that hand back, and this hand's going to go forward. So we're making a little twist here. This is called twisted two. You're going to have to pivot on that back foot. So if you're feeling like this is really awkward, you're doing it right. Breathe. Little challenge, we're going to take that right hand and bring it down to the floor. So the right hand comes down. That left arm is going to reach up, and we're in dragonfly twist. If you need to bring your knee down to the mat, you do so. So breathe here. Now go ahead and lower that hand down. Come on back up. So just lift those arms up. We're in warrior one. Make the little shift into warrior two. Breathe. Nice deep breaths here. Focus for a minute. Palm turns up toward the ceiling. We're going to reach forward and then come on up into reverse warrior. So that front arm lifts, the back arm lowers. This is such a pretty pose. So look up at those fingers, unless it hurts your neck, and look down at your back foot. Or look out. Doesn't matter. Either are fine. You can take this arm and half bind it if you're feeling it. Up to you. Breathe. Back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And then push the shoulders down because they lifted when we did that. Shoulders want to be earrings always. And we're going to find our triangle pose. So this front arm is going to go down, the back arm is going to lift. And we look up if we can. Now the goal with triangle is not the floor. It's the ceiling. We're reaching up for the ceiling. Now a lot of people think they want to get their hand to the floor. Let me show you what happens when you do that. I can put my hand on the floor and see how my chest just kind of collapses in. It's not what you want. It's a chest opener. You want it to be nice and open and lifted. So your hand is just here on the thigh. Or if you really wanted to rest it. And anytime you have a lifted arm like this and it feels not so good, just bring it to the We're going to turn toward that front leg and come into pyramid. So probably you're going to want to scoot your foot in a little bit. Reach forward to get the stretch in this back leg. And if you're good here, you stay here. If you want a little bit more, you come down a little further. And if you can bring your hands to the floor, you do so. It's wherever you get the stretch. So your head's reaching for the knee. Does not have to get there. Now bend that front knee just a little bit. Bring that back knee down to the mat. And then big inhale, we're going to reach our arms up toward the ceiling. Now your back foot, the toes can be curled under, the foot can be flat. Reaching up, exalted warrior. Breathe. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to step that back foot in. Help that back foot up to the front of the mat. Big inhale, reach up long and tall. Breathe, nice long spine. Exhale, hands come heart center. And we finished it on that side. Guess what? We get to do the other side. All right. So we're here at the front of our mat. Remember, we start out in that mountain pose just to get nice and sturdy and rooted. So just breathe here, root in. And when you're feeling nice and strong, arms lift up. And we're going to slide that left foot back. So the left foot just slides down. Toes tap the mat. And if you're good here, you stay here. If you want a little bit more, you start reaching forward and lifting that leg. Warrior three. Tap that toe down whenever you need to. You can even have a chair at the end of your mat. You can use a chair. All right, go ahead and lower that leg. We're coming into that warrior one. Nice square hips. And our arms are in a V because we're going to do that flying warrior pose. So we have our flying arms. Come forward, head comes forward, arms sweep back. Flying warrior. Help yourself up if you need it. Arms lift, and we're going to open up more. Breathe. Focus. Palms turn to the side. We're going to do that bow and arrow. So inhale, reach forward, stretch and pull. And really feel this. Although don't hurt yourself. Feel that dynamic tension. Really pull that bowstring. There's two. Inhale and reach. Exhale, pull. There's three. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, reach. Last one. Exhale, pull. Back. And that warrior two. Breathe here. Hands are going to come back behind, remember? Like we're holding a big beach ball or a big stability ball. So lift the chest, holding that imaginary ball. Maybe the crown of the head lifts. Now release that and clasp the hands. Pull those shoulders down, open up the chest, maybe look up at the ceiling. And we're coming forward, humble warrior. Reaches for the knee, but it's wherever you are comfortable. If you can't go as low as me, you can't go as low as me. It's okay. Now release the hands, and both hands are coming to the inside of the foot. So right arm, right hand against that right leg for a little base of support. Left hand goes to the waist. Open up that chest. Do it. Release that hand from the waist. Look up and bring the other hand to the other side of the foot. And you can either walk your hands up your leg. One. That little shift into warrior two. So breathe. Feel your arms working. Maybe you can feel your front leg working. Maybe you need a little bit more bend in that knee. But you don't want that knee bending out so far that it's way over your toes. That's not good for you. Nice, strong arms. Maybe your arms are saying hello. That's a good thing. Palm turn. Reach forward. Lift up, reverse. So pretty. Breathing. We're coming back down. Now we're going to find that twisted two. So this front hand is going to go back, the back hand comes forward. You need to fix that back foot a little bit. You might be finding that one side is better than the other in this pose. That's pretty normal. The front hand is going to go down. The back arm lifts. Now you can bring that knee to the mat if you need to. Just dragonfly twist. Making sure you can breathe. Lower that hand. Walk yourself up your leg or lift on up. Warrior one. Shift into warrior two. We're going to get a bonus reverse warrior just because I like that pose. Palm turns, reach forward, lift up first. Nice and long. Breathing. Remember, you don't have to look up. Look down. It's all good. Now we're going to make that little shift into warrior two. Got a frog in my throat. All right, big inhale, straighten that front leg. We're in sky warrior. Oh, and since I'm in the mood, palm turns, reach forward. Now we're in sky. Just getting all kinds of bonuses today. Now we're going to transition into triangle. So this front arm is going to go down and the back arm. Nice open triangle. Like you're trying to reach for a little hook on the ceiling. Hanging from the ceiling. Nice open long line. And this reaching arm comes down to the thigh. And we're going to find our pyramid pose. So scooch that back foot as you need. You might need to bring it in a few inches. Hands come to the thigh. Maybe you reach forward and you can bring your hands to the shin. Maybe they get to the mat. Head reaches for the knee. Breathe. Never let that knee down. Find your foot placement that feels good, that gives you support. When you're feeling sturdy, lift your arms up. Exalted warrior. Breathe. And then hands to the floor. That back leg's going to step in. Join the front. Big inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come heart center. Beautiful job. All right, we are almost ready for our final relaxation. So inhale, lift. Get nice and long. Exhale, we're going to come into that forward fold. So reach for the ground, wherever it feels good for you. Now, big bend in the knees, little bend in the knees, doesn't matter. Arm placement, whatever works. I have the monkey arms. I like to stand on my hands, but you know, if you're long-legged and short-armed, it's going to be really hard for you. Rock back and forth if it feels good. And now release any binds that you're in. Come to the mat. And it's time for boat. I know you can barely contain your excitement. All right, remember that in boat pose. Hands can go behind, hands can come to the thighs. You don't have to be out. So extend that one leg out. Extend the other. Put your hands where they need to be. Maybe they can come out. If you're doing this and you're falling over, bring your hands to where you're supporting yourself. You're not doing yourself any favors if you can't get that nice little muscle shake, which I hope is happening for you. But you can't answer me, so I don't know. So you should be shaking a little bit. Maybe you're shaking a lot. We're building ab strength here. If it's too much, you just lower right back down. I just want to make sure that everybody that's watching this is getting a good muscle shake. I am starting to get a little bit. So let's just lower our legs on down. Inhale, reach up, reach, reach, reach. Nice long spine. Exhale, come forward and reach wherever you can comfortably reach. I'm staying up so you can still see. But on the other hand, if you're reaching for your feet, you're not looking at me. All right, walk yourself back up. We're going to do 16 boat crunches. You stop whenever you need to stop. Don't feel bad. Or take a break and start back in. All right, so we're going to do tight little boat crunches. Take support if you need. So we inhale and then exhale when we pull in tightly. So you breathe, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Lower them down. Inhale, reach up long and tall. Exhale, find that little stretch, that little forward bend. And breathe. Come on back up. Couple more stretches and then it's final relaxation. Find a spot on your mat where you can roll down and still be on your mat. Hug your knees in. Hug, hug, hug. Maybe a little rock. All the hard work is done. Start to relax. All right, feet go down to the mat, knees are bent. Arms come out in a T. And we're going to drop Those knees over to the right, head looks left, kind of a variation on what we did at the beginning. And knees come back up, and they drop the other way. Knees drop left, head looks right. And then come back to center. Extend your legs out on your mat. So legs straighten out. Inhale, reach up with your fingertips. And then exhale, arms go over the head. And we're going to inhale on my count, and then we're just going to stretch everything as much as we can. Try not to cramp. And then when we exhale, we're just going to release that. So inhale and stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. Go ahead and bring your arms down to your sides. Rock your head gently from side to side. Maybe wriggle your fingers and toes a little bit. Come back to center. Open up your mouth and just squinch your face around. Release the tension in your jaw. Back to center. We've got one last little stretch here. So we're going to inhale and tighten everything on my verbal cues, not on my count. And then big exhale, release it into the mat. So inhale, tighten toes, legs, bottom, fingers, arms, shoulders, chest, face, everything just tight, tight, tight. Big exhale, let it go. Melt into your mat. Any random thoughts pop into your head, just dismiss them. The next few minutes, let your body rest. Go ahead and bring your awareness back to your mat. Wriggle your fingers and your toes. Wake yourself up. Maybe rock your head gently from side to side. And when you're ready, put your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and a little rock. Gratitude for your body and all that it can do. Gratitude for your practice. Roll to the right or the left and help yourself up, or just come on up to sitting, whatever way you can. Find a comfortable, easy pose. We'll stretch out that neck. Inhale, reach up long and tall. Exhale, arms lower, and head drops over to the right. Right hand comes to the top and side of the head. Pressure from your hand. No resistance from your head. And release that, and then drop that chin down a little bit more down to the side. Release it. We'll get that the other way. So head drops left. Left hand comes to the top and side of the head. And pressure from your hand. And then release it, and then head drops down a little more. Drop that neck. Hold so much tension here. And then come back to center, and then roll your head over to the right. Right shoulder, back, left shoulder, toward the front, and chin to chest. And we'll get that on the other side. Roll over to the right shoulder. Oh, that's the left shoulder. And shoulder, right shoulder. Toward the front, chin to chest. And that kind of day. And chin lifts up, reach it up. Stretch it toward the ceiling, and then head comes back in toward the chest. A little bit of rounding here. Big inhale, reach up long and tall. And exhale, hands come heart center. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. So thank you for coming to class today. I wish I could see all of you, but it's nice to be able to connect with you in this way. Izzy sound asleep, or I would have her say goodbye. You can see her sleep. All right, so hopefully we will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day.